Today on Geeks 4x4, we see if we can get this truck ready for Moab. Come along, let's see if we can do it.
Audible 2456.
In these next clips, I've got some friends that rolled up, and that is Grayson Camo Adventures, and these guys are awesome. They donated a bunch of tools to me because they were moving, and so they brought a bunch of tools, and they also brought a big pile of tires that's sitting right there, and those tires were donated by my good friend Off Pavement. If you have not followed him on Instagram, you should check him out. I'm going to put a link to his YouTube down below. But he has an awesome wheelies truck, and he's the reason that I was able to go on Ultimate Adventure. But he kindly donated an old set of 40-inch Milestars, so we are going to have 40s to go to Moab. Yeah! All right, let's get back to work here. We just figured I'd show you guys things like that. This is a long video. I'm not going to talk too much. Let's go. Well, you're probably in the middle of this video, and yeah, I don't know where I'm going to put this, but we're back working. You guys know we've got a lot of work to do in a little bit of time, and so, you know, we're just out here working away. Got Rugged Fab Works. He is setting up the spool gun on the new Prime Weld. So I haven't done a review of that. I haven't put that video together. Wanted to wait. We kind of just like rambled on in our review, and so I want to wait until I can actually tell you guys everything about it and give you that. But I cut the skid plate off of the mount for the rear axle. So I'll show you that in a second. That's a pain in the butt, just to put that on there. So if you're just swapping the truck, I just put those mounts straight on the Super Duty axle and sender. But I cut the skid plate off because I'm going to flip them over. So anyway, I'll show you that in a second. Well, it is another day in the same video in the shop again, and today, as you guys just saw, we are working on bodywork. So, trying to get the back of Bob here looking good. I didn't have any leaks from anything as far as the windows go, except that I didn't fill. There was some other holes in this surround that held the old frame, and so I fill in those with Bondo, fill in this lower part weld with Bondo. We'll give it a quick sand and another quick coat of primer, and then it's gonna have a primer stripe on it for a while. I don't know exactly what to do with it yet, but I don't know, the primer stripe looks cool, right? It's not tape. Everybody thinks it's tape, and when they see the truck, they're like, what is that? And they touch it, and it's primer, guys. It's primer. I also today I went down and bought some more metal for the rock sliders, and I cut out the 2x2s for the outer edge, and then I cut out my little spacer guys. They're gonna push it out. It's gonna be out about 4 inches from exactly where it is, so that'll stick it out just past the bottom of the door. And yeah, looks pretty sweet. Just getting some little stuff done. Rugged Fabworks has been working on my gas tank today, so that's pretty sick, and we're excited. We're gonna test that thing tonight and hopefully put a gas tank in here pretty soon. So I interrupt this video to, we're doing other stuff around the Geeks Farm Ford garage too. I don't mind those. Those are big tires on an Excursion. Rugged Fabworks is putting injectors in his truck. He's gonna be driving to California, and we found some bad injectors, and we're gonna put a few in and hopefully get him better than 6 miles per gallon going to California. And we've got the Grace part of Grace and Camo over here, and she's putting a new aux beam in her Jeep. And so, we've always got stuff going on at the Geeks 4x4 garage. Okay, so the gas tank saga is continuing in Blue Bob. I'm not gonna make any more specific videos on it as I drop my 10 millimeter. Let me get it before it runs away. All right, so we have built a new tank. Rugged Fabworks has fabbed up, this is the original tank, the black, and then he's fabbed up these two, wow, it's so opposite in the camera, these two pieces. And so I am putting the Suzuki XL7 sender in there, and you can see the sender, and yeah, so that's what we're doing here. I'm going to show you the ring we made and all that stuff. So these tanks have a sender right there, and they come with a fill. I drilled a hole for this, and then we built a plate underneath, just like the one that's on the bottom of the tank that I need to grab really quick. Unfortunately, those plates are made out of aluminum, the ones that come with the tank, so you can't just stick your metal magnet down in there and grab it. So I'm gonna see if I can grab it with my claw. If not, I gotta pull this off so I can reach my arm in there. I just pulled this off because this screw is having trouble finding my bracket. What we did is made one of these. I made 2 of them because I'm planning on making another tank, so we figured we should just have this one set up. And we we welded nuts to the back of it so that I could suck it up. We kind of warped the tank a little bit, and so I wanted a lot of strength underneath so I could bring that up. So, and that thing looks like it's sealed awesomely, and now I just gotta put what's left of the sender in there, because that has a sender in it, and we'll be all set. All right, well, another day in the shop. Beautiful day, 55 degrees, and Rugged Fabworks is over there working on the outside rail of the rock sliders, so we're gonna have those on today probably. I have been working on this gas tank skid, so that is the original gas tank skid that I cut up for that first gas tank I put in. And it's actually gonna work with our custom tank now that you just saw us cruising around and stuff. So the tank sits up in here, like level with the bottom of the frame rail. So the tank's gonna be pretty sweet. So the tank is fully ready. I'm waiting for a connector for Suzuki XL7 fuel pump. If you've got a Suzuki XL7 and you want to cut the fuel pump connector off, I need that. They're not easy to find, and I need one more for the second tank when we do that. So anyway, we're just trying to work away and be organized, and the countdown is on. We have less than 2 weeks, and we have a lot of work to do. They're also really stuck on reaming this thing still for the front suspension. So been messing with the ream, and I have another one coming, and yeah, this is reaming this thing out has been absolutely terrible. Alrighty, well, this is why you always check over everything when you do an axle swap. So I was playing with these brakes. This wheel front hub had not turned for me yet, and pulled this piston caliper off here, and the entire piston in this caliper shattered. So I'm getting a new passenger front caliper, and hopefully the driver's side's okay, and get us through for this trip. Alrighty, well, we are servicing the rear diff, and we just confirmed that it seems like this thing has 410s sitting right there. It does have a 4L code on the little tag that was on there, so I don't really know why that's there, because that signifies a 430, so we're not really sure. But diff fluid looked really good, no metal in it, low, but looks really good, and we are ready to put the lube blocker in. And the camo part of Grayson Camo is liking the fact that we don't have a gas tank in the truck right now, because you can just sit here and do this. And I'm going to start working on these rear calipers. I've got the front redone now. All right, as camo works on the rear diff, I have finished putting new calipers on both the left and the right front. The left front caliper pins were seized, and the pistons would not go in. So the brakes are not something that I like to fool around with. If you have a vehicle of this size and you're running the tires the size that I am, you want to make sure that your brakes are excellent. So I was not fooling around with that, and that is money that I am willing to spend to keep myself and others safe. So now on to the back, and I'll be hopefully greasing those caliper pins, and those will be happy and good to go, hopefully. Well, this has been a video. If you have been watching, this has been a wild one. I am shooting this Friday morning, editing this out. Hey, look, there's stuff on my face still. Man, guys, this has been a whirlwind. This could not have happened without Grace and Camo Adventures. Those guys have done an amazing job of just boosting my spirits and also cleaning everything up and making it look really good. And yeah, it's this would not have happened for Moab, but this is the last video before Moab, and I believe that the truck is going to make it. So as of right now, I'm ready to put the tires on it. We still have not driven it since we coil swapped it, so there's a lot more things that could be wrong, but we'll figure that out in the next week here. But yeah, we have checked off all kinds of things. I'm going to walk you around the truck and tell you what we did here. So Camo painted everything. So wire wheeled and painted with truck bed coating. Like the underside of this thing, when you guys see it in Moab, like give him props because holy smokes, it looks fantastic. I am not in the light. Just put new shocks on the rear. We have got a Super Duty 2005 Super Duty axle in the rear. We've got a custom built gas tank by Rugged Fab Works, and I modified the factory skid plate to sandwich it up there between the body and the skid plate. Doesn't quite cover the back of it, but it's pretty close, so we just gotta watch when we're dropping off stuff in Moab. Painted the back bumper, another camo touch. Let's see, did some more body work. The windows are getting wrapped, that's why those are out right now. Rock sliders, fabbed, designed by me, fabbed by me. And Rugged Fab Works did a ton of that fabrication and stuff like that. So huge shout out to him. In the middle here, we've got PMF coil bracket mounts for the coil springs, the control arm mounts. And then we've got the coil bracket mounts. We've got stock F250 5.4 2005 coil springs in the front. Custom length shocks, new brakes on the front. Reamed pitman arm, that took forever. The only thing that actually worked on that, I don't know if I just didn't have the right reams or what, was a stone grinding bit for my drill. And I ended up grinding the whole thing out. Pitman arm is on. Sway bar from Spalding's, from the junkyard. A Suzuki XL7 fuel pump. And Tom Woods drive shaft. And so, yeah, and this big pile of tires, thanks to Off Pavement for getting these up to me, and just some stock, like 2013-ish Super Duty wheels, and 2-inch spacers we're going to put on there. And hopefully, I also torqued all the spark plugs. So, yeah, we'll see. I got to fill this thing with gas and see if it'll start. Oh, hey, just out here filling my hovercraft with fuel. You know what would help me fill this thing with fuel? If you like this video. Well, the hovercraft is full. So let's see if we can get some fuel up to those fuel injectors. We have a runner! Alrighty, well, I got back from the first test drive. It's flipped around for the first time in who knows how long. I have to report, very good. Just running up and down the road in front of my house right now. But I went a little, I don't know, I got to 50 miles an hour, hit a bump or two. Feels pretty good. So it rides good. The turning radius was noticeable immediately with the coil front end. So that's kind of wild, even with the old box. So, yeah, pretty stoked. Brakes need to be bled again. Other than that, I gotta finish welding the top of that slider there because we couldn't open the door all the way to get to it. Details. And then we're getting close here, guys. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna finish off this video, tell you guys what we learned. I drove the truck a little bit more yesterday, and the rear calipers started sticking, so I'm gonna put full new rear calipers on it. Maybe lines, we'll see. But I'm gonna start with calipers, new pads and everything. We're gonna get all the brakes new. We don't wanna have to worry about the brakes dragging or not working or burning themselves out. It's not something I wanna worry about. Huge thanks again to Off Pavement and Grayson Camo for towing the trailer up, bringing all the tools. This truck would not look how it is without Grayson Camo, without Off Pavement, without Rugged Fab Works. Those are just a few people to name. PRP seats, PMF suspensions, and just a bunch of people like that. I am so grateful for all the support, and I just hope this truck continues to bring people together. So thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. This video is going to come out Sunday. I'm headed to Moab on Friday, and hopefully we will see you there. The truck is, you kind of got some sneak peeks of it with the 40s on it and stuff like that, but that all reveal and stuff will come in another video to everybody online. But next week we are focused on making the inside good and stuff like that. It seems to drive really well. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We really, really appreciate it. And we'll see you in Moab, hopefully. See you there.